The News Day continues here on One News Now. I'm Pauline Verzosa. The House Committee on Good Government files two measures following the conclusion of its hearings on confidential funds. Marian Enriquez has that report.
Irregularities in how Vice President Sara Duterte's offices spent their confidential funds and the lack of stringent regulations for such funds prompted the House Committee on Good Government to file two bills. First is House Bill number 11192, or the Confidential and Intelligence Funds Utilization and Accountability Act. The bill now clearly defines agencies entitled to confidential funds, which are agencies directly involved in national security, peace and order, and intelligence gathering. Reports for auditing on the use of confidential funds will also be required.
We already have criminal laws. In fact, some of the words that have been thrown around were technical malversation, perjury, falsification, plunder, all of those put together. We already have the crimes to penalize. The problem is we can't really pinpoint the liability.
Failure to submit reports will be meted with perpetual disqualification from office.
Kaya po namin na binigyan ng mabigat na para maiwasan yung pagkukuntsabahan ng head of agency at saka ng SDO.
Meanwhile, House Bill number 11193, or the Special Disbursing Officers Accountability Act, tightens the requirements for all appointed SDOs. They have to be permanent officials or employees of the agency with a salary grade of 24 and with educational background in accounting, auditing, or finance. They would also be required to personally distribute or disburse the confidential funds. Recall that this has been the subject of lawmakers' inquiry into the OVP and the Department of Education when Colonel Dennis Nolasco and Raymond Dante La Chica of the Vice Presidential Security and Protection Group handled confidential funds, allegedly due to orders of Vice President Duterte herself. The bill also indicates that the new rules apply even to the office of the President. For News 5, I'm Marian Enriquez. We are One News.
The BICAM committee has approved the final version of the proposed 6.352 trillion peso national budget for 2025. Based on their report, the Departments of Public Works and Highways and Defense got an increase in their proposed budgets. The BICAM committee also added more budget allocation to the House and the Office of the President. The senators eventually agreed on giving 26 billion pesos to the controversial Ayuda para sa Kapusang Kita o AKAP after House lawmakers defended the aid program. But when it comes to the Office of the Vice President, the BICAM committee decided to retain the 733 million peso budget allocated to them. The budget proposal of Vice President Sara Duterte's office was reduced by House lawmakers after she refused to answer questions about her previous confidential expenses. Meanwhile, the MMDA says the peak of the holiday rush is already being experienced along major thoroughfares. Around 470,000 vehicles are plying EDSA alone daily. Now, this could further increase as more of the public flock to shopping malls this week. To ease the holiday traffic, the MMDA deployed additional personnel to manage traffic flow. It is also conducting regular clearing operations along Mabuhay lanes. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. Welcome back. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Pauline Verzosa. Now for the weather, rains are expected over some parts of the country this Thursday. The shear line may bring scattered rains over Aurora, Quezon, Camarines Norte, Camarines Sur, and Catanduanes. The ITCZ may also cause rains over Mindanao, Central Visayas, Palawan, Negros Oriental, Leyte, and Southern Leyte. The Amihan, meanwhile, will likely trigger light rains over northern and central Luzon. No low-pressure area has been monitored inside and outside the Philippine territory. Laureates of this year's Outstanding Filipino Award have taken their oath. Let's get to know them in this report by mobile journalist Merimon Reyes.
The Outstanding Filipino or TOEFL Award recognizes individuals who have given exemplary contribution for the good of public welfare and national development. This is the Nobel Prize of the Philippines, which was conceived by the JCI Senate Philippines in 1988. Yesterday, past and present honorees joined together for the second Laureates Conference, where exchanges of thoughts and discourses were held and the appreciation to one another's purpose. This year's laureates who have taken their oath are Attorney Emilio Benito Aquino from the Securities and Exchange Commission, Dr. Carlito Balita for Education, Dr. Maria Rosa Carrison, founder of the Seagull Philippines for her peace advocacy, Undersecretary Gilbert Cruz for Government Service with the Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission, Dr. J. Prospero de Vera from the Commission on Higher Education, Dr. Lynn Lourdes Lucena for Medicine with the Neurotrauma Society of the Philippines, and Professor Juan Pulhin from the University of the Philippines for Geographical Sciences and Social Forestry. The Angat Buhay Foundation, spearheaded by former Vice President Leni Robredo, as well as the Khan Academy of Attorney Geraldine Sunshine, were also recognized as the TOEFL Partner Honorees. According to VP Robredo, it was adaptability and the heart for doing something good that made them motivated into starting and continuing their efforts.
We adapt parang whatever the situation is. Kasi parang everyday, the challenges are different. Eh. So ang pinaka test talaga sa amin, how flexible and how agile we are to be able to respond to the present needs.
According to TOEFL Head of Programs Kathy Yang, the Laureates Conference not only paved the path to connect honorees, but it also established a common sense of consciousness that is hoped to continue others to do the same, becoming beacons of hope and change.
We were in a room of luminaries. Minamahal nila yung bayan sa kanilang sariling paraan. Kung ano yung kaya nating gawin, huwag tayong magpahinder sa mga hindi natin magawa. Kung ano na yung ginagawa ninyong maganda, kahit man maliit, malaking tulong yun.
Mobile journalist Merimon Reyes, we are One News.
Palaging dinadayo ang Divisoria tuwing Christmas season dahil sa mga murang pangregalo doon. Pero paano nga ba nakikisabay ang mga sellers sa Divisoria sa panahon ng online shopping? Para bigyan ng mukha ang balita, Mobile Journal, Evan Tarinque.
Ang Divisoria kilala bilang takbuhan ng mga taong gusto makatipid at mamili ng mura. Pero sa panahon ng one-click online shopping, tatangkilikin pa nga ba ito? Mula sa damit pamorma, pati pantulog, hanggang sa mga viral na laruan. Lahat ng iyan ay matatagpuan sa Divisoria. Pero aminado ang ilan sa mga nagtitinda, hindi na kasing dami ng dating mga namimili dito.
Minsan dumadaan ako din, Diyos ko, nakangangalat mga tinderang gano'n. Lalo pag regular days. So, dati kumikita kami ng 1,500 to 2,000, one day lang yun. Ngayon, wala. Siguro, pinakamalaki na yung 1,000.
Malinaw daw ang sanhi. Nagiging mas uso na kasi ang online shopping platforms. Sa 2024 Global Digital Report ng Meltwater, 57% o mahigit 50 milyon sa mga internet users sa Pilipinas ang bumibili sa online shopping platforms. Malaki rin ang nagiging epekto ng free delivery at discount vouchers sa pagtangkilik ng mga mamimili. Gayunman, may isang bagay na hindi matatalo ng online shopping sa Divisoria, ang agad-agad na pagkuha ng kailangan mo.
Madalas, kasi halos lahat talaga nasa online or hindi kaya pupunta ka pang SM, may hassle pa, pamasahe pa. Eh di online mo na lang, hintay mo na lang.
Po, kailangan ko pumunta dahil namimili ako ng mga kortina, kailangan ko mamili ng mga tela. Kasi may mga order ko sa akin. Kailangan makuha ko kagad, may benta agad.
Sa kabila ng pagkauso ng online shopping, nandyan pa rin naman ang Divisoria para sa mga namimili na gusto makita, mahawakan at agad makuha ang kanilang binili. Higit sa isang shopping destination ang Divisoria at nananatiling bahagi ng tradisyon at kultura ng pamimili ng mga Pilipino. Mobile Journal, Ivan Taringki po hatid ang muka ng balita.
Samahan po ang buong MVP Group sa merriest celebration ngayong taon. Sabay-sabay nating panoorin ang merry ang vibes ng Pasko, the MVP Group Christmas Party. Now, this is a two-part Christmas special directed by Mr. Johnny Manahan. Ngayong December 15 at 22 na po yan, 5:30 p.m. sa TV5, Sari-Sari, Buko, 1PH, and with same-day catch-up sa RPTV. Tara na, gawin nating merry ang vibes ng Pasko. And those are the top stories of the hour. I'm Pauline Verzosa. We are One News.